if your biggest problem isn't inconsistency and it's just shame? Think about that for a second. So many of us tend to quit on whatever we're doing because we think missing maybe 1 day or 2 days because we've just missed that 1 day, that means we've completely failed. But consistency isn't about being flawless. It's about having that system whereby you can even forgive yourself. I used to beat myself about, this is a true story. I used to beat myself about like just adding weight, right? And this happened over a period of time whereby I was studying, I was just locked in, studying at my desk for months. And so I added so much weight. And I would try to go to the gym consistently, but I wasn't changing what I was eating. Rather, I was simply just burning out at the gym, going back to my same routines, eating the same food. But then I realized one night when I journed out, I was eating the same food. I was doing the same things. I was sitting in the same position. And so I was growing so much visceral fat because I was doing the same thing. And so I started to change because I was taking 3 steps. Number one, I began to reset. Now, this reset process took discipline. And here's one thing I would say here. Discipline doesn't die when you fall off track. It simply dies when you pause to sort of like reset yourself. And the reset simply means you're taking one breath, one prayer, one note in your journal, and you're starting all over again. Because the truth is, you're not weak for needing rest. You're simply human, right? Now, the second step is reflect. Now, this is where I'd advise everyone to journal, reflect, right? Reflection is where growth really hides. Ask yourself, what patterns made me stop? Not why can't I stay consistent? Sometimes it's your environment, right? Sometimes it's your emotions. These things tend to affect each and every one of us. Reflections turn failure into feedback, and it's more important when you're able to give yourself that feedback. Number three, reenter. Reenter is how you prove resilience. So don't wait for another Monday or wait for another January 1st, 2026. Restart in real time because discipline is going to compound through quick recovery and not delayed restarts. So when you fail at something, give yourself grace, a few days, but come back. It might not be the same process that you're going to come back with, but make sure you're reflected on what has hindered you in order to be able to mind the gaps in the process that you have failed at. Now, it's really important that when you have taken these 3 steps, you are able to integrate a new mindset for yourself. Now, what is that mindset? My personal story is I was able to, one, reflect on the grace of God for myself. And I realized for myself, like, His mercies are new every morning as a Christian. And so every sunrise is another invitation to re-enter my rhythm. That is my mindset, my mind frame. So obviously, grace does not make discipline easy. It just makes it sustainable for you, right? The enemy of progress, number one, isn't failure. It's the belief that you cannot begin again, that it's hard, you cannot start all over again, you're stuck. That's the enemy of progress. So I'd encourage you to start 3 things. Practice this 3R system this week. Reset. Remember, pause immediately when you fall off track. Number 2, reflect. Write one lesson from what broke your streak or what broke your process. Number 3, you re-enter. Continue without guilt. See, after these 3 resets, celebrate the fact that you did not quit. Do something for yourself to celebrate the fact that you did not quit. Because that encourages you to even go further and even build on top of your dreams. The reality is, the goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to train your mind that even when you fail at something, even when the goalpost is moved, you would always be resilient, you'll be tenacious, and you would continue to power through. Maybe the goal isn't to never fall again. Maybe the goal is to fall and rise faster each time. It simply just builds up your faith, your self-esteem. And remember that every stumble is simply a classroom for learning. Every restart is simply a proof that grace still works for you. But don't carry guilt, because that's the devil. Don't carry guilt into your next attempt. Carry wisdom of the reflection that you have done, the reset that you have done, the recalibration that you have done, the work that you have done. Because the fact is, you are still here. You're still trying. You're still choosing to show up. And that's already victory on its own already. So breathe. Choose to close that tab of shame. Open a new page. Breathe again. Because remember, consistency isn't built by the perfect people. It's built by being present, having grace. Because, my friend, grace isn't a detour from faith, right? It's simply the fuel that keeps you alive and keeps your dream alive, right? So, if you're rebuilding, if you're choosing grace over guilt, share this with your friend, because consistently will always, always, always beat perfection. So remember, every great comeback starts with one quiet decision to begin again, right where you are. Whatever you have failed at, begin again. Because clarity only compounds, consistency would always beat the genius. Think about it. Which successful person has ever gotten it right on the first attempt? Is it Steve Jobs? Is it Elon Musk? Is it Michael Faraday? Who has ever done something great by not failing? In the act of failure, what happens is that you learn, because you learn a lot more from failure than in success. So I urge you today, build that mindset of consistency. Close that tab of shame. Close that mindset of shame. Close everything that makes you start to think, well, you're doubtful of yourself, you're doubtful of your abilities. Choose consistency. If you feel you do not know how to solve a math problem, or you do not know how to write a programming language, take your time to learn the basics. Build consistency on that basis, on the basics over time. Build that consistency to the extent that when you review it, you understand it a lot better than you did yesterday. That consistency is going to ensure that you're able to meet the goals that you've set for yourself over a period of time of staying consistent. So, if you're trying to build anything, or you're trying to rebuild, or you're trying to restart, comment in the comment section below. Talk to me. I want to hear what you're rebuilding. I want to hear what challenges that you're facing, and let's power through these together. This is Tochii, and I'm going to always be here to inspire, to educate, and to empower you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.